Ultimate Legends are now available in Madden 19, and a lot of the things that went to previous power-ups are no longer needed for these new cards. They have their own power-ups, they have a lot of things that have changed, and you have the opportunity to get yourself a free 97 overall Ultimate Legend Career Edition player item. I'm going to explain all of that stuff to you guys right now. Alright, so if you're logging into Madden 19 Ultimate Team on February 9th, 2019, you will see a welcome pack. Now for me, these cards don't mean anything to me. If you guys are just starting out, you might want to play around with it, see how Calvin Johnson works, and do things along those lines. For me personally, I don't need him at all, so he's going to get quick sold for training points, because I don't need him. But again, if you guys need them, they don't go to any other sets like previous Maddens, so you can get rid of them as soon as you see them. Right here, this explains to you everything you have to know. You're going to have to play Ultimate Legends solo challenges to get the power-ups for the cards. If you want to go that route, you can also pull full Ultimate Legends in packs. Okay, so if you wanted to buy a bundle, you could go ahead and do that as well. All right, every week that they release Legends, in 4 weeks, you're going to get yourself a free 97 overall Ultimate Legend career item player. All right, so you can go ahead and quick sell this also for 50 coins. That explains what's going on with that. Now, we're going to go down to what's called the nitty-gritty, all right? We're going to go over here to the solo challenges, and I'm going to show you. I've already completed the first section right here. You see like how it's 4 of these sections? Every one of these is going to give you the option to get an ultimate legend token at the end. So for 4 weeks, well, it's going to be 4 times, well, hold up, you get 4 times 4 is 16. So for 4 weeks, after that, you're going to have 16 of these, because every week they're going to give you guys a chance to get 4. So once you go through all of these, you're going to have 4 starting today, the release of the Ultimate Legend promo. Once you get to 16, you're going to be able to redeem your free player, your 97 plus overall player in this section over here. All right, so when you come over to sets, you're going to find Ultimate Legends, and you're going to go along these lines. Where are we? You're going to go over here to exchange, and then it's going to be over here. And then, you know, you're going to put all your 16 in here, and you're going to get yourself a free 97 overall career player. Now, if you want to go the route of completing the sets, that's also another option. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to walk you through it. For me, on my team, all I'm looking to do is power up Sean Taylor and also, you know, Calvin Johnson, right? So I'm going to be going, you can see that the last video that you probably saw me with, I had my whole team set up. I told you guys what I was doing, everything like that. And I was planning on probably utilizing some of the other things that were going to be involved within the game, that if they use the previous players that was released, how it was going to work out for us. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I already had the Calvin Johnson Muttmaster. I was thinking that that card was going to go into the set. I was absolutely wrong. Just like a lot of you guys that probably bought things that you shouldn't have bought, which is why I specifically said, don't buy anything. In my last video, don't buy anything. Let's just wait. If you guys waited, you made out. If you didn't, you probably did. You know, you probably just didn't make out. Now, over here, this is the all-new power-up system. You can see it starts as an 80 overall. Let me go back to that. It starts at an 80 overall. So all the power-ups that are now available, if you wanted to buy this card though, it's available. You could obviously auction it, but you see the prices because everybody's going crazy because they just want to get the Calvin soon. You can play the solo I just showed you and get it for free. And that's another way that you can make some MUT coins if you're in need of MUT coins and you're not going after Calvin. But this Calvin is a little bit more suitable to what I run, so it's going to work out for me to have him on the squad. Now, let's take a look at what's going on. When you look closely at what's happening, you see that, you know, obviously scheme chemistry, physical chem, you go down, you go down, you go down, wide receiver ability chem, okay, you go down right here. You see this? You only need the 98 overall Ultimate Legend player item. You don't need the other card. All right, so what does that mean? That means that there is no transition from the original Legends or the MUT Monsters or the Masters of everything else previous. It appears that everybody is now going to have their own power-up, all right? So anybody that you have on your team right now that's a regular legend, it appears that you will no longer need them as upgrades. So you need to get rid of them as soon as possible. What this is going to do, it's going to make the market pretty much chaotic. That's why I wanted to break it down to you guys, make you guys understand exactly what's going on and what we're all going to be doing so that we can make out properly. This is what's going to happen. You're going to go over to this section. You're going to go to Power Up, and then you're going to look at the quality, right? And we're going to go to 80 to 81, all right? Now, what you should find here is everybody that's available now. That's what you should find, okay? When you look at this the way that it is right now, this doesn't make any sense because with the way that it's set up, it should be other players that are available there because like I just showed you, Calvin Johnson's Power Up does not require any other previous item. But again, we don't know what's going to happen with the other items. Let's go to this. Okay, so there's nothing for that. Let's go over to 75 to 79 maybe. Or maybe they have a lower overall for the other players. We have to be able to see that. So let's go to, we can go to type. Let's go to free safety, free safety, free safety. And let's see what's there for that. All right, so if we don't see Sean Taylor here, then something's up. Or people just don't have it available yet because Sean Taylor is also the secondary solo. So what we're going to do is, hold on. Let me go over to 80 to 81 just to make sure. All right, so he's not there. So look, this is what we're going to do right now. Because he's not there, I'm going to show you guys what's going on in the solo because I just showed you what's going on with Calvin Johnson. So we at least know that we don't need it for him, right? Let's go over to the same thing over here. And remember, these games are full challenges. But what you're going to do is you're going to go into it and you're going to put it down to 10 seconds and you're going to run out the clock and just do whatever, right? To see what happens because you need the item, but maybe nobody is putting it up for sale. I just don't want to make it so that I'm not actually physically showing it to you and then you don't know what's going on. Like, yo, bro, you told me to sell it and it wasn't involved and then it was involved. I just want to clarify it. Because again, when I played that solo, I wasn't expecting inside that power-up to not need that Calvin Johnson item. You see what I'm saying? I was expecting to have that monster Calvin Johnson to go into it. So I just want to verify it because that's the only reason that they would have it that way. But it looks like everybody is just going after the Calvin. Everybody's going Calvin crazy. And they are, you know, it's a lot of people that are also not willing to spend the coins for Calvin. So they're getting rid of the parts, like, you know, actively right now. So let's go ahead. We're going to jump through this real quick. All right. It's going to be very, very quick as we go through it. And as we continue to go through the solo, I'm going to ask you guys to do a couple things. I'm going to ask everyone to look at their lineup, figure out where they want their team to go. Where do you want your team to go? That's the first outlook that I want you guys to, you know, understand. And what I mean by that is this. Do you like your left tackle? Do you like your right guard? Do you like your quarterback? Do you like the players that are available now? Because now that you know for certain that you're not going to need certain legends, why are they still on your team? You see what I'm saying? Like, now is the time to make a decision. Like, you know, we got to do what we got to do. It doesn't matter, it doesn't matter anymore to me. I got to make, you know what I'm saying? I got to do what's right for me and my family. Pretty much. Like, that's your outlook right now. You guys got to look, to see what exactly you can actually do right now. So, as you go through these solos, that's what you need to really evaluate. What needs to be added? What needs to be removed? Is that player good anymore? For whatever reason. Because a lot of these players, what's happening, now that you got all these 99s and you got like the Aaron Donald that I haven't even fully powered up, but he's very expensive, there's a lot of different options to utilize to make your team a lot better. So I want to make sure that you guys are all set with what you're planning on doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a situation right now where there's going to be a lot more things happening. A lot of the cards that you have right now are going to actively lose value. And that's what I'm trying to prevent, because even with me right now, most people are not going to buy the other cards unless they need them for training points. You see what I'm saying? Like, unless you need training points, there's really no, what's any other reason for doing anything? You don't need to do anything else. So that's pretty much where a lot of people are going to be with it. So you have to make sure. I don't know how he just leaned forward for that and got that, and where my player was at the launch of that play. But okay, it sounds good, EA. EA, keep doing me dirty right there. Wait a minute. Okay, that's crossfire over there. All right, because yeah, I just started running this right here with the odd, because obviously it's 4-3, but you could put like free safeties and and safeties in as the linebacker position, so it's actually pretty fun to do it like that. You can decide how you want to go about doing it, like what makes sense to you with the players that you want to remove. But obviously at this point, I have Randy Moss, and now I'm gonna have a 98. I'm gonna have a 98. Who's the other guy that I have there? I have the 98 Jerry Rice that I'm going to have to figure out what I'm doing with at this point. because it doesn't really make any sense. Like, I'm going to have to look at my whole lineup because you don't need that many wide receivers is what I'm trying to explain. You don't need that many people on your team at the same position that have the same speed, that have the same, you know, certain things unless your scheme requires it. I don't know if you guys run 4 wide receiver sets, but I do not. So that's the reasoning for what I'm doing. You guys might do that. So you might have reason to, you know, bro, why is everybody... Hit stick him. What is going on? I don't know why everybody's playing like that. It's kind of weird. You guys might have reason to keep an extra wide receiver. I myself, I do not. I have to figure out... I have Deion Sanders at wide receiver as a backup. I got a lot of stuff going on. So I have to figure out, you know, what am I keeping? What am I removing? That's exactly what all of us should be doing at this point. So with this guy, Sean Taylor, I know that Brian Dawkins is gone. The only thing that I wish that I would have done was gotten rid of him sooner. Even though, like I said, his only value right now is training points. Like, do you need training points? You could probably sell him, but I spent coins on getting other things, so I'm going to need to get rid of him ASAP. So those are just some of the objectives that I want you guys to understand. I'm going to be going more thoroughly through that, but I just want to give you guys the insight to get started. So you can, you know, like right now, you can pause the video. All right, let me get rid of this card. Let me get rid of this card. If the market is showing that players' values are very, very low, more than likely, they're going to remain like that. Like, I haven't checked what Brian Dawkins is going for, but I don't care what he's going for. He's out of here for Sean Taylor. You understand what I'm saying? So whatever I can get for him, I'm going to get for him. But I'm also going to get back training points, which is very, very useful to all of us now because with what I showed you with Calvin Johnson, you see that they've changed the way that they've done it. So you're going to need a lot of training. Yes, it's very, very expensive. Yes, it's very, very wild. Yes, all that stuff is true. But keep in mind, you can just wait 4 weeks and get a free player and just hope to get lucky. If you can't utilize anything that you have right now, you can always just wait, which is why it's ideal that you understand that there is a free player that's going to be coming to you and all of us in 4 weeks. But obviously, we don't want to wait. Like, you're probably saying, bro, I ain't waiting for no 4 weeks. I'm going to go open some packs. Whatever you want to do, try your luck with it, see how it works. I'm just letting you guys understand, I in no way want to get involved with ridiculousness. So will I probably open a bundle to, you know, to get some of the cards to be able to sell them back or whatever? You know, I probably would. I probably will. But again, I have to sell a lot of the players that are actively on my team right now to first see what I'm left with. After all that stuff happens, then we will proceed to do whatever else. But that's what my first objective is. We have to get rid of the cards that we no longer need, power up the players that we need, and now we go forward because Calvin Johnson is a true 99 card. When you go to his power up, you see how the 99 is glowing? That's a true 99 card. So it's already starting with the 99 overall, you know, players and everything like that. So this is where we are with it. He is a 95 speed. And I want to point that out, that I'm very, very certain that a lot of us were very, very upset with the fact that his Monster card did not get a physical chem. That could be a reason why they did not make it a necessity to be part of what he had to do within the set. Because I think what they're trying to do is more or less balance out the market wildly and try to make people understand that now there are low-end cards and there are higher-end cards. So if you want to get training points, it's actually going to be in your favor right now to go after training points because everything is dirt cheap. Everything that's available in the auction house right now is going to be very, very lower in price, which is why I tell you guys constantly, you know, make sure that you're looking in the auction house every day on a regular basis to see the value of a lot of the things that are going on. Because if you don't do that, you miss out. And now, most of you guys are already millionaires from what you guys have been telling me in the comments, what you guys have been tweeting me and showing me. So you have coins that you can utilize to start to build your team up on an ultimate level basis. So now is the time for us to make that push to get that 99 overall team, to get our team a higher, higher stature for what's going on currently. Now, if you spent all that money, like I kind of told you guys not to with the Aaron Donalds and all that stuff, like 3 million coins and all that weird stuff, you probably don't have a lot of coins right now because you chose to do that. If you went after Julius Peppers, you're probably trying to get rid of Peppers now, and you know what I'm saying, because Javon Curse is out. Whatever you're doing, I tell you guys this because the limited cards will always give you the option to do other things. So as long as you have options to be able to use training points for these cards, there's no real reason to go after it while the prices are at such a high and enormous rate, because then you always lose, because you're not going to get the value back for it. Patrick Mahomes, if you spent $3 million for him, by next week they're going to release an Ultimate Legend quarterback more than likely, you know, with the way that they're doing stuff. So you just spent that. You ain't going to have to spend nearly as much, and they're more than likely going to make another quarterback that has a stock 99 throw power. So now you start to look at it and you're like, all right, now I see. That's the situation, but I wanted you guys not to spend and to see it before it happens so that you don't have to go through that. But a lot of you guys are going to be in that boat. Either way, enjoy what you got right now and try to figure out exactly what you want to do. Because ultimately, as they continue to release these cards, you're going to find a fit that's going to work probably until they release golden tickets later in the year. So these Ultimate Legends, even if you make your whole team all Ultimate Legends, you're going to be fine. You see what I'm saying? Because you're going to still be able to utilize things in the other promo because you'll still have sale value. Because the Ultimate Legends, their value is going to hold because they're pretty much true 99s for the most part. Some of them are not going to be true 99s, depending on the cards that you get, the lower end cards. But most of them are going to be true 99 cards. So they're going to maintain whatever that value is. So you'll be able to get rid of them later. The issue is the other promo cards. The Zero Chill, things of that nature. That's the issue that you're going to have to deal with right now. You probably, like myself, have a lot of cards that if we would have known that we wouldn't have needed the previous cards, we would have already sold it. But that's the fun about the game. Because regardless, all of us are still going to be able to make up our coins. We're just going to have to wait to see how they, they put stuff out. And then I also have to check. I don't know if that free card, more than likely they're going to make it a nat. I don't see why EA Sports would give us something that we can sell, because that will kind of ruin the auction house. So more than likely, that free card is going to be a nat. But remember, if you pull something that you don't want, just quick sell it and get the training points. It's just free training points. So either way, you're going to still be able to build up, you're going to still be able to build your team up regardless of what happens, especially if you didn't overspend on a Julius Peppers, Aaron Donald, whatever like that. The key about it is just having patience, because remember, you could always just sell the card and go Ultimate Legend. You see what I'm saying? You could always, like, I can power down my Aaron Donald and not even worry about it and just sell him. Because even with all his chems and everything like that, he's just going to play like another card that's exactly like that. It's not like you're really getting the Aaron Donald that plays for the Rams. Like, he's not just coming through and beating through double teams all the time. He's not doing that. A dude that has no legs, no arms is going to block him. So you have to understand that. When you start to analyze where your team is right now, which cards matter the most? Which of the cards are cards that you need right now? And you have to be able to say, all right, I can't really manage without this card. This card right here is necessary. That's what you should be doing right now. As this video is going on, feel free to pause it and then resume it, or you can listen to it as you're doing it. But go through your lineup, and you have to look. Oh, you got Monster last. You got Monster last game. Oh, okay, bro. Oh, you just a bum. And you start looking through it, and you're gonna start realizing, like I did, a lot of these dudes are garbage. And then from that point, now it's easier for you to start getting rid of cards. And then we start to move along those lines. But like I said, after we see what Sean Taylor is doing, I'm going to give you guys, time to do what you need to do to start to rebuild your team. And if you guys want a video showing you guys exactly what I'm going to be doing, just write lineup in the comments. Just write lineup. One word, you write lineup. I'm going to make a video out exclusively for you guys. I'm going to explain to you guys exactly what I'm doing, why I chose my Ultimate Legends, what I did with the cards, everything like that. Break it down for you step by step so that we can all start to understand that we're all going after the same common goal. We want to get a 99 team faster than everybody else. I don't mind if you guys do that before me. I just don't want you guys to overspend doing it. That's the difference between me and a lot of other people. You can do whatever you want. I'm comfortable with the way my team is right now, but I want them to be better. But again, if your team gets better faster than mine, we all win. You see what I'm saying? It's because everybody is on the same journey to try to do the same thing, pretty much. We just want the best Ultimate Team. We all know that even when we do get the best Ultimate Team, all of our players are going out there and getting mossed instantly anyway. So it's not like it really matters when you really think about it. It's not a big deal. It is what it is. All right? So now that we're about to get this Powerup Pack, we're going to see exactly what's going on with it, and we're going to go from there and see exactly what we need to do. If we have to add something, maybe they switched it up for everybody. I don't know. But this is an item that goes specifically to it. If this is just like Calvin's, that means that all the other player items that are involved in these solos are similar items. And that's what we need to be going after. All right, so now let's check this out. This is pretty much what's going on. You get the 8 Power-Up Legends, 4 87 plus Ultimate Legends, 4 Ultimate Legend tokens. These are for the solos. All right, so that's just telling you right there what we just went through this for. So now look, this is now his power-up, but it's the same power-up as the previous one. Calvin got a different one though. So what does that mean? That means that they only gave Calvin that situation. These other cards are different, but look, he still gets the gold 99. You see what I'm saying? So his card still goes into it. So I still need that. I still need that 94 overall that I already have to power him up. It was just that Calvin's was different. So now we have to make sure. We could actually check to make sure what's going on. But now we know that Sean Taylor, we do need those other cards. Calvin was just like one of a kind. You see what I'm saying? But we still need, obviously, to get the other cards like that with his overall, everything like that. But ultimately, he's going to be a 99 speed and everything like that. So let's back out of that now. And what I'm going to do right now is give you guys a chance, because now that we've been able to see it, we see what's going on. Now you guys can start to evaluate by just searching inside the auction house for the cards. Because obviously, if the card never had a power-up before, it's not, you know, it's going to be what it is. So with Muniz, we could go and search Muniz, and you can see exactly what's going on with his card. Romanowski is new, so he'll have a new power-up. And you got to go from there. And that's the way that you have to do it. So I'm just going to give you guys a little bit more food for thought to let you guys understand what's going on with that situation. Pretty much, we're going to type in Muniz right here. And from there, we're going to determine exactly what's going on. So here we go. This is what his is right here. So where's his power-up? He should have a power-up, no? They said they released all new power-ups. So nobody put it out there? That's weird. I don't see it. What? That's an 89. These are just parts of his card. So we're going to have to actually go through his solo, and we got to see what's going on with him and keep going through them all to try to figure out exactly what's going on. And then from there, you'll be able to go into the Ultimate Legend sets and put them together, you know, ultimately. But like I said, I've already bought parts to a lot of them. I'm going to be explaining to you guys what I'm going to be doing, but we'll use it. We'll use this as an example. You still have to get the actual power-ups to the cards. So when you go through it, you then put all the cards into the set, and then, you know, you go from there. But every one of these power-ups are going to need one of, you know, all these card items to be put into it. All right? So go ahead, get those solos done, get the power-ups. Let me know what you're looking to go through first. We're going to go, you know, along those lines, and I'm going to, you know, touch base with you, and we're going to go from there. So I want to thank you guys and girls for watching. Let me know, again, any comments, questions you have, leave it in the comments. Congratulations to anybody that pulled crazy stuff, because you guys are already tweeting me like maniacs. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love.